a gazillion things have happened in the soccer world, and we're going to try and talk about just a little bit of them. But I want to start with the most clickbaity thing that we can talk about: the U.S. men's national team, which boy, are people not happy with this roster. They are not happy at all. This is a
I do like to imagine though, is there a world where people are like ever really happy? Like it gets announced and people are like, this is the best roster ever. Thank you. Like, probably not either, but they are particularly mad about this one.
yeah. Well, I mean, listen, we are not going to neither of us really, because you told me this before we went on air, but neither of us are really going to entertain the whole like there's an MLS quota like kind of nonsense talk. Like I've been a staunch supporter of whoever's playing well, and playing is who you need in the national team, and national teams are just such a crapshoot, dude. Like the one last thing I'll say is just literally after the Netherlands game, DPG and I were both on James's channel talking about the U.S. men's national team, and we let out our frustrations, and then we had this conversation. It was like, yo, next World Cup, we think we're set, right? But next World Cup, somebody here that we think is a lock, who's amazing, won't be there. And just for, and it was like, who would it be, And now you fast forward, and we have no confidence whatsoever. Like, everything's, I don't know. But is there
A lot
any
can happen. And
Yeah, well, a lot can happen, but is there anybody you particularly didn't see on this roster that like would have excited you?
well, Malik Tillman, but I understand why he wasn't. And I probably wasn't going to be on it. But I liked watching him be in the last round of this. But obviously, I think he's still maybe a little injured, and he's at Leverkusen. And also probably not a team, U.S. team. But I like him. I want to see him play, so that's probably one. But other than that, yeah, I don't have strong opinions. There isn't anybody. I was honestly just glad that Pulisic is actually on it because I didn't want. I couldn't read any more of the
Oh
shitstorm
yeah,
on
there couldn't
Twitter
be any
about
more back
him
and
and the
forth.
interviews. Like, yeah, it that I was. That's all. I scanned the list. I saw that. I was like, good. I don't have to read about this for the next month.
It's funny. For me, I've been I've been all about Haji Wright in the past, so it is a little bit of a bummer. But honestly, like you think about this, and it's like most of the slam dunk guys are not in the world's best club situation, right? A lot's been made about Matt Turner and oh god, the younger Aronson. Oh god, what's the kid's name? Not Brendan, but the other one who just Paxton, who just went to Colorado. Like they just settled in at their teams. Like, are you going to make them play for whatever reason? And like people do want them to play because they want this team to be cohesive, but really, national teams are such a crapshoot. Screw it. Like the other guys, the guys who were set in their teams who were like locks, Pulisic, Weah, um, let's see here, Della Torre. I mean, I know it's MLS, but Della Torre, what's his name? Tyler Adams. Like those guys all came, but like Jedi just came back from injury. I don't know. I just don't get the crazy hysterics about it, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's not looking great. I do just feel like, yeah, I mean, it's obvious, but I don't know what the plan is for having any sort of cohesion by the time they need to have it. If you're going to just keep kind of throwing all these guys up in the air and juggling them, picking up random guys, like, that's not my job. So,
Well, I mean, I am one of those people that were screaming for a European manager, but was Pochettino ever the right choice? And probably not. I don't think he knows what kind of job he got himself into. He has no fucking clue. And like I think that's why he's like, I have no idea about MLS guys. He's already made his mind up about the European guys, right? But the MLS guys, he doesn't know. So call them in and see what they're doing. Like, I have no,
yeah, yeah.
I don't know. Let me ask you a really dumb question. So I know a lot of people are mad about stuff. I'm gonna pick a really minute thing. So Tristan Blackman, he's 29 or 28 or something, right? And he's just
Yeah,
now
old,
getting
way older than I would have thought.
so he's just getting called in and taking a look at one of those defenders is like, and not Tim Ream, but one of those defenders is like 28, 29 getting their first look. I'm 99% sure it's him. And like, in people's mind, that feels like a waste. Like, wouldn't you rather see Christopher Cups take that
Yeah,
spot, right? Like
yeah,
a 16-year-old kid or something, like,
yeah.
especially if this is going
I
to be
mean,
a throwaway roster.
yeah, exactly. And it could be somebody that, who knows, like by the time the World Cup comes around, that somebody who we recognize from times like these, and we can plan on seeing him for the years to come, rather than, I mean, obviously 28's not that old, and you can still play and have good years on your career, but it's not like he's not going to be a name that we grab onto for the next 10 years. And I feel like that makes it a little harder to get excited about unless you're like particularly, you follow that player or have been waiting for him to get called up or something like that.
Right. Right. Well, I it's hard, right? You want to see the team do something where they build for the future, but like you brought up Malik Tillman, perfect example, and Johnny Cardoso. Like, let's not be. It doesn't take Mauricio Pochettino to know the 11 best players that are born American. Like, literally, or well, like, you know what I'm saying, on the team. Sorry, don't want to be an idiot about it, but
Yeah.
like, it's easy to tell who the USMNT's best players are. So, like, everyone knows. So does he really need to see that team together like that? Like, test out other people. Let's be honest. There's only a few people who have a chance of like breaking in to the lineup and doing anything for real. And that's if Malik Tillman starts balling out of control, or Johnny Cardosa starts balling out of control, or you know what I mean? Those are the only real guys who could really push Musa Weah and McKennie and Adams out of the way, honestly. And I, I mean, I just said Musa. He just made a move to he went to Atlanta, which do you think they have a
It's
Magic
that.
City there too? Any,
Wow.
but anyway, so I don't know. Do you think that's a good move for the kid?
Uh, I have a chip on my shoulder about Atalanta generally because of what they did to Leverkusen, so I hope not,
Well,
frankly.
if I'm not mistaken, they're like a real run team, right? They're like a pressing kind of Red Bully thing. Okay, I think that's right up his wheelhouse. And if he gets minutes, that's where he needs to be. He needs to be anywhere he gets minutes, in my opinion.
Yeah, is he going to get minutes? I wonder. I mean, they're in the Champions League this year. I don't know.
I mean, he's only 21, I think, at this point. Like, I don't think he's older than 21. Like, I I don't know. I still want to see him get, even if he got the same amount of minutes there as AC Milan, it's still a better minutes in theory. in
Yeah,
in theory. Gio Reyna left off the roster as well as Joe Scally, and they have now the bromance continues over at
yeah,
Gladbach. Um,
yeah.
do you think he's gonna play?
Not. I think he will. He didn't play. I actually watched the Gladbach game this past weekend. He didn't play. I don't know that Joe Scally must have played. I don't think he played the full game. But I'm imagining he is going to play. They're not. Gladbach's not like the strongest. They don't have like a ton of other people that are going to take his place. Like I feel like he is somebody who
No,
is
they
just
weren't.
right there at that
They didn't
level.
sign De Bruyne. No.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah, they have, and honestly, I think a lot of their some of their guys that are pretty good are injured right now or like slightly injured, and so I do feel like he will get some good time in, just not this time because it was probably too new. I think it had happened like the day before the game, but I'm guessing by this weekend, I think they play on Saturday. I think he'll probably be playing.
Now, I don't know how much Gio Reyna you've seen play, but is he physical enough for the Bundesliga?
I mean, his injury record would probably suggest not. But,
Well, I guess he's already
uh,
been in the Bundesliga. I don't know. That was a stupid
been in
question.
there for a while. Yeah, I will say when I saw, so I haven't seen him play a ton because I play a ton at Dortmund. When he did play, I think there was a game last year or last season, towards the end of the season, where he had a really great goal. I was shocked because I just hadn't seen him play, B hadn't never seen him score, but he looked very natural. Almost, you almost made you wonder, where's this guy been? Why haven't they been playing him? But then, of course, a few games later, he's just kind of there and kind of fading into the background. So you understand a little bit more. But again, I think Dortmund had a lot of and they were on the rise. They had a new coach. They have a lot of stars that are very talented. And not to say that Gladbach's not also talented, but I think they just have fewer stars, and I think that gives him a better path to shine.
I hope so. I mean, we hope for the best for the kid, and like legitimately. Um,
Yeah.
but the last time I remember caring about Gladbach, this is going to be a throwback to all the old heads. Michael Bradley had hair and scored 2 goals in a win against Bayern Munich.
Wow.
that
Wow.
is
Yeah, before my time.
that is for the old heads. Okay. So those were the like a couple of the moves. Like we've talked about this team. What's his face? Balogun is coming in. So I mean, I guess that's a little exciting. I thought since he came back from injury, he was going to stick with his team. But yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't know what to think. And I guess that's the best I can give anybody. I was going to say let's pick a starting 11, but I think the fact that this conversation is broke down to me repeating the words I don't know proves that just we might as well sit back and enjoy whatever we
Yeah.
get.
Yeah. I feel
um,
like we are. I mean, everybody's in this sort of test and learn stage here with it. We're like, okay, he's trying these players out, and I guess we're gonna see what happens.
nothing matters, right? Like there'll be some like actually folks, but like if we do well at the World Cup, no one will give a shit about any of this. Like it'll make a good book for somebody. So, what do you know anything about South Korea or Japan? I'm guessing uh what's his nuts guy at LAFC. I wonder if he's going to be playing. Oh no, girl, you muted. All right,
Weird.
now I hear you.
What
Nope.
do you
No.
think?
Oh my god. Okay, it was delayed. Okay. Anyway, what did I say? Yeah. Do you think yeah? Do you think Son's gonna play?
I think so. I think if he doesn't, that team doesn't have much going on for them.
Yeah, I don't know much about South Korean soccer lately. They had a couple guys in the Bundesliga and in Scotland doing really well a couple years back, but I don't know if I don't know where that's been at the moment. And same thing with Japan. I'm actually not 100% sure on kind of where they stand these days. I don't know if the glory days are behind them because they've had some strong teams for the last 3 World Cup cycles. I mean, if we all remember the ball that was not out of bounds in the World Cup, which that was a thing. But anyway,
That's, it does look like Son is captaining, so he will be there. Yeah, a few guys, like you said, from Bundesliga, some guys from the Netherlands, but Kim and Jae from Bayern. So, I mean, not the worst team. I don't know the age distribution there. It might just be a little bit different than the US.
oh,
Uh,
I feel like it's probably similar, like like smaller, so like the second tier soccer nations hang on to their stars for a while, a little longer. Okay, so the games are Saturday and Tuesday. So I gotta tell you, I'm probably not gonna watch Saturday, at least not live.
yeah, I won't be watching.
so you,
I'll keep up with it on FootMob.
so to the Tuesday game, yeah, we'll have to see. Tuesday the night. This sounds like something. Oh my god, I feel like I have something going on that night. Hopefully, I don't get in trouble for forgetting. Anyway.
You promise now. You're watching.
Oh my god. So I can't even predict these games. This is such a weird team. Like the Max, I guess we didn't talk about who was on the roster, but like how the fuck how can you? Like a Jonathan Klinsman who I don't remember him playing in 10 years. This the one guy I will, what I'll be honest, I don't actually ever fear retribution for the things I say because I also don't think I go that nuts. But I have been terrified to talk shit about Max Arfston or for fear of Connor yelling at me. Our
Oh,
buddy
okay. Oh,
Connor.
right, of course.
Connor knows
I was like, I
soccer,
didn't know those fans were that diehard that they would
but
come after you. But
I
that
know.
that's
No, I'm worried about it. But no, Max Arston does not do it for me, man. I am not turned on by that. Chris Richards does turn me on. I hope that kid continues to progress because he could by the time he's 30, he could be on a Champions League winning team. You know what I mean? Like anchoring down a defense next to a kid. How old is he? Did you just ask me that? There's no way he's like 24. Hold on. He's so young.
been getting burned recently. I think people are young and then they're not actually that young. They just look
Oh my
25.
God,
Okay,
you're right. He's 25. So he's got 5 more years to develop, apparently.
Yep.
Here's hoping. I don't know, man. Boy, this team, after the 2022 World Cup, this team looked so exciting. And they have literally done everything wrong humanly possible.
Yeah. You're definitely not alone in that opinion. At least we share that with everybody who's reacted to this. I will say I forgot about Damian Downs. I'm glad he's on there. I like him. He used to be on Colne last year. Now he's on Southampton, and I don't know what he's doing there or how he's doing. I guess it probably has only been 3 games. I don't know if he's even playing, but I always liked him. I thought he was fun, so hopefully he does well.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, okay. Let's take a breath. I want to say one, like, we'll run down this super fast, and then we're going to get out of here. First and foremost, Tyler Adams is Tyler Adams is Tyler Adams. He's, he's the man. I like Luca De La Torre a lot. I don't think he's a starter, but as a man on the bench, you don't get many better. And then Josh Sargent, I really hope eventually something happens and he's like, oh, soccer is soccer. It's the same thing as the club, and he scores goals. And then Tim Weah. We all know I love Tim Weah because Tim Weah is awesome, and I love Tim Weah. Anyway, was that good enough reasoning?
It's very, very eloquent.
I like to wax poetic about this team. Anyway, all right, speaking of, Serena, what should they do with that like button?
Hit it. Tell your friends to hit it.
Tell your friends to hit it, yes.
In those words.
That felt like something else saying it with that inflection. I apologize. Anyway, hit the like button. Help us get to 500 subscribers. We're going to be right back with quite literally a smorgasbord of soccer nonsense. I cannot wait to talk about Manchester United. Everybody, we will be back. We love you.